right, we'll get started. Good evening, everyone. This is the regular meeting of the Planning Commission of the City of Desert Hot Springs for Tuesday, December 9th, 2025. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Lombardo.
Present.
Commissioner Parker.
Present.
Commissioner Roan.
Present.
Vice Chair Wagstaff.
Present.
Chairman Nindell.
Present. All right, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and repeat after me. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. All right, we need to approve the agenda. Has everyone had a chance to read the agenda, and will someone make a motion to approve?
I motion to approve the agenda.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion.
Very good.
Motion passes unanimously.
All right. This time we have public comments pursuant to the Brown Act. Any person may comment on matters of general interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Planning Commission for items not listed on the agenda. Do we have any public speakers who want to speak on an item that's not on the agenda? I don't see any. All right, then let's move to our first public hearing. Number one, a request for a time extension, number 25-3 for development permit, number 5-654, 22-3, and tract map number 22-4, and the applicant is Green Day Village. May we have a staff report, please?
Yes, thank you. The project is located on the west side of Palm Drive between 18th Avenue and 20th Avenue within the mixed-use corridor and residential high zoning district, as shown here. On November 14, 2023, the Planning Commission approved development permit number 22-3 and tract map number 22-4 for the subdivision and development of mixed-use residential and commercial development for Green Day Village. Shown here is the approved site plan that included 608 residential cluster units, and fronting Palm Drive is proposed to have approximately 77,000 square feet of commercial development. On November 14, 2023, the Planning Commission approved DP number 22-3 and TM number 22-4, and in doing so adopted the MND for the project. Pursuant to section 15162A of the CEQA regulations, once an MND has been adopted for a project, no subsequent environmental review needs to be completed, and no changes are proposed as part of this extension. Staff is recommending that the Planning Commission grant a one-year extension of time for development permit number 22-3 and grant a 3-year extension for tract map number 38821, subject to the conditions of approvals and findings for APN 657-280-003. That concludes my report. I'm available if you have any questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Questions from the Planning Commission to staff. Does anyone have any questions? Staff? No?
Can you repeat the extension time again?
So development permit would be a one-year extension of time, and then the tract map would be a 3-year extension.
All right. Any other questions? No? All right, let's open the public hearing. Do we have any testimony from the applicant? Would the applicant like to speak? Nothing? Okay. Anyone in the public want to speak on this action? In favor or against or neutral? No one? All right, then we'll close the public hearing. Does the Planning Commission have anything else to discuss with this action?
No.
No. Okay. then would somebody want to make a motion?
I motion to approve the request for a time extension for number 25.3 for development permit number 22.3 and tract map number 22-4 for Green Day Village.
I'll second.
Second? Very good. All right, may we have a vote?
Motion passes unanimously.
All right, very good. If you're here, congratulations. All right, number 2, a request to consider conditional use permit number 25-9 for public convenience or necessity of a type 21 ABC license. May we have the staff report, please?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Evelada, and I'm the assistant planner, and I will be presenting the following item. So the second item before you tonight is Desert Hot Market is for a conditional use permit. So the applicant and owner of Desert Hot Market at 12285 Palm Drive, Suite 103, has submitted an application for a conditional use permit and a finding of public convenience or necessity to allow the off-sale of beer, wine, and distilled spirits for off-site consumption of an ABC Type 21 off-sale general license. The project sits at the southwest corner of Palm Drive and Buena Vista Avenue. It's designated mixed-use corridor, which allows for retail uses by right, such as a convenience store. Approval for a Type 21 ABC license is subject to approval by the Planning Commission. Currently, the applicant operates Desert Hot Market, a 3,060 square foot convenience store with a Type 20 ABC license for the off-sale of beer and wine. The business serves the surrounding community as a small retail establishment offering a variety of convenience goods. On October 14, 2025, the applicant, Graciela Green, on behalf of Dalbear Sign, submitted a conditional use permit application for a finding of public convenience or necessity to allow the off-sale of beer, wine, and distilled spirits for the ABC Type 21 off-sale general license. As part of this proposal, the applicant intends to surrender the existing Type 20 ABC license and upon approval of the Type 21. So the project site is located within Census Tract number 0445.07, which is authorized for 4 off-sale licenses. That's types 20 and 21. Currently, 10 licenses have been issued, of which only 8 are actively operating, and only 4 of the 5 Type 21 ABC licenses are currently operating. So before you are the surrounding land uses, and staff has reviewed and determined that no religious institutions, schools, or public parks are located within 500-foot radius of the convenience store per section 17.12.190A. The premises occupy a single-story suite measuring approximately, again, 3,060 square feet. The display of alcoholic beverages will utilize approximately 205 square feet of wall and floor space and about 20 square feet of storage floor space. The city has conditioned the applicant to refresh the landscaping and submit a signage plan for approval by the planning department. In accordance with the provisions of the California Environmental Quality Act, this project is categorically exempt from environmental review pursuant to section number 15301, class number 1, existing facilities of the California Environmental Quality Act. So staff recommends that a request for the Planning Commission of the City of Desert Hot Springs, California to certify the CEQA exemption and to consider conditional use permit 25-9 for a finding of public convenience or necessity to allow the off-sale of beer, wine, and distilled spirits for off-site consumption, ABC Type 21 off-sale general license. Since the posting of the agenda, the city has received comment letters and they have been provided to the planning commissioners. That concludes my presentation. The applicant is in assistance. Staff members are also available to answer any questions. Thank you.
Does the commission have any questions for staff?
the applicant is working with you guys on the sign?
So it's a condition. If this was to be approved, then we're going to work with them so they can submit for signage.
Thank you.
And just for clarification, in this particular track, it's approved for 4 of the Type 21 licenses, and this would be the 5th applicant for this particular track.
Yes, for type 21, yes, this would be the 5th. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, let's open the public hearing. Do we have the applicant here who would like to testify? The applicant like to say anything? No? Okay. All right, do we have any public testimony for those in favor? Please come up and speak. Please give your name. Can you turn on the microphone, please? There's make a red button.
Right there?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Graciela Green, and thank you for all of us being here. I represent Mr. Singh, and I am helping him with his application for the alcohol license that it's in question right now. The DESA has been, the DESA market has been in, it's a convenience store that, like she already explained, that has been operating with the license, the beer and wine for off-sale since November of last year. He has never had any problems with law enforcement. He's always, right now he has a very good communication with the community, and he has, let me see, he's a law-abiding citizen who runs his business in accordance to ABC, city, and law enforcement law regulations. He has never violated ABC or any laws. And early this year, he was approved to accept EBT at the market because he has no problems at all. He took over an empty building after the other licensee left, and he has remodeled it to accommodate his store, in which he sells a variety of items that are used by the community. A lot of the communities have expressed that they like to go to his store because it's clean, they feel welcome to the store, they feel safe, and they appreciate him keeping regular prices without changing it from one day to the next, and that he gives them a receipt too. Community members have expressed their appreciation for the market's presence and the added value that is brought to their daily lives, because the store is very close to residences that people can just walk by there, buy whatever groceries they need, and get something to drink to go. They always would like to, they have requested many times that to the owner of the business that he gets a full liquor license, because they like to have a place where they can go get all their groceries, whatever they need, house goods, janitor supplies, whatever they need there, and without having to go to another location in case they need some type of liquor. Like I said before, Mr. Singh's market business transformed an abandoned building that was an eyesore to the community, because that was, and I remember seeing that store close after the other gentleman left. And what we would like is, we would like to, the city to approve a letter of public convenience and necessity, so the store can get the full liquor license. Allowing Mr. Singh an opportunity to have a critical component for the successful operation of his business. Failing to do so, the convenience market will be at a competitive disadvantage compared to the other nearby convenience stores and commercial retails. I know that somebody expressed concerns about the under concentration of licenses, and yes, ABC is aware of that. That's why they are requiring the city to oversee this request and approve a letter of public convenience and necessity. But some of the concerns that I'm aware some people have was something that if we give this legal license to this store, that's going to create more crime. Well, the store is being already licensed with beer and wine. People who commit crimes, sometimes they don't even drink. They just go, alcohol, it's just another addition to the store products for the convenience of the people who are asking for that. And we cannot compare the crime from the city of Oakland and LA to the crime from this small town that we have here. I think the crime is pretty much contained, and I don't presume that there's a problem because ABC didn't get any protest from the police department. They have no concerns at all, and as I understand, they probably didn't oppose on your request, because the city contacted all the necessary agencies to ask for their opinions, and as far as I understand, the police department has no issue with it. So they don't foresee the liquor store, not the liquor store, the liquor license at this location is going to bring more crime. Crime exists everywhere, with or without alcohol. It would be very disadvantaged for Mr. Singh to not be allowed to have liquor at his store when, it's a family-owned and operated business. They're trying to live day to day. They spend a lot of money remodeling the place, and it looks very nice. It's very clean. It's very accommodating. And as a business owner, he wishes to be able to purchase more groceries for people to live around. So I don't know. I would appreciate if the city will find a positive outcome of this meeting. Was talking about people asking him to get a liquor license. These are like 65 signatures that some of his real customers, people that really exist and have signed a petition for the city to approve the liquor license at that location. So I don't know if I should give it to somebody or just keep it with me. One of the things that I noticed is the writing, the signatures on these documents, they're legible. You can read the names. They have the real addresses. They have a phone number and a signature. So they can be contacted for any further information if they need be. But everything is here for your review and consideration. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Do we have any testimony from anyone in a neutral or opposed position? And you are Richard Duffel.
I am. Good evening,
Good
Chair,
evening, yes.
Vice Chair, Planning Commission, and staff. Thank you all for being here this evening. I'd like to start off by saying that I am here on behalf of Mr. Shahir Mashur, as well as surrounding residents. If you'd please stand up, folks that are here, who have signed a petition. There's 19 signatures on this petition requesting that the Planning Commission not approve a Type 21 license for this location. Chairman Nindell, we served on the same Planning Commission several years ago when this business had its original owner and original licensing for a Type 20. At that time, our police department had recommended to the Planning Commission that we not allow single beverages to be sold there. So we made some stipulations that this particular liquor store had to sell 3 packs or greater. That was great. The other two liquor stores that are literally on the same corners are functioning there with Type 20, and two of them currently already have Type 21 licenses. One of those properties is on the west side of Palm Drive already, and the other is on the east side of Palm Drive. So that allows for patrons to shop for Type 21 beverages without having to cross a major thoroughfare. In my email to the Planning Commission on Friday, I also included several pictures showing that this business has declined since its original opening under the original owner, and frequently has unhoused individuals laying about, sleeping on the property, drying their wet blankets on neighboring residential fences. And I think it would be, personally, I think it would be a detriment to this neighborhood for another Type 21 license to be allowed literally in the same intersection. Again, my name is Richard Duffel, and I'm here speaking on behalf of Super Liquor, as well as adjacent neighbors who also signed a petition against this Type 21 license. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Graciela Green, are you for this? Oh, that was, you just spoke. Okay. In just a moment, let me just see if there are any more. Does anyone else want to speak against or neutral on this item? Do you? Yes, sir. Come up, please.
Good evening. My name is Álvaro. But I believe everybody deserves an opportunity. I'm not a customer from the store or the old ones, but I believe, you know, let's say Stellar Brothers, they sell liquor. And I haven't seen, I have lived here for 37 years, not the alcohol problem. So I believe, I hope whatever you feel is convenient for the city, and it's great, and I'm happy. Thank you very much.
What was your name, sir?
Álvaro Sandoval, and I live here on Desert Spring.
Thank you. All right, would the applicant like to make a rebuttal? If there are no other speakers, correct? So, would the applicant like to make a rebuttal?
Should I go over there?
Yes, please.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, I just want to reiterate something about people who are at the stores outside. That is not a cause of alcohol. That's also people, they don't have a place to live. They are not just in their store, they're probably behind the other liquor store as well. They're in the markets, they're everywhere. So alcohol has nothing to do with people not having a home. I remember when Mr. Singh took over the business, I noticed that there was a person there constantly there all the time. It was his little home outside. Then on one of the occasions when I visited the store, I noticed that even with Mr. Singh being there, doing construction, fixing the building, somebody had parked a motorhome there on the west side of the parking lot. They just had that place, and there were like 6 people probably living there, because I saw it a few times. Now, Mr. Singh has, not just him, but a lot of the business owners, their hands are tied because they can't tell people to leave. That's a law. So it's not the business's fault. It's our property, our community, that we have a problem in whole California. It has nothing to do with the liquor store. It has to do with the alcohol. It's just that people don't have a place to live, and then they just find a place that is comfortable for them to spend the night or 2 nights or whatever. I don't think the police department can enforce them or tell them to leave. Otherwise, you know, the business owners can just call the police and say, hey, you know, this guy is scaring my people here. You know, they're urinating, they have trash. they are not protected. The business owners are not protected. So that wouldn't be an issue as far as I'm concerned. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, I will close the public hearing. Planning Commission discussion. Does anyone want to discuss this? Anyone?
So I had a question for the applicant. In some of these photos, and again, I don't know when they were taken, but in some of the photos, it appears there's open containers. Do you have a plan to address not the people sitting there, but any open containers being consumed by people sitting in front of the store?
You're asking the applicant?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you come up and answer? I have to open the public hearing again then. Right?
So, yeah, we would go ahead and reopen the public hearing, but did the applicant understand that one of the commissioners does have a question for the applicant with respect to the open containers? Would the applicant like to respond? The applicant does not have to, but would the applicant like to?
May I answer for him?
Yeah, please.
If you're the applicant's representative, then please come up to the microphone. We'll open the public hearing for this item.
Right. Yes.
Or reopen it, I should say.
Yeah, let's reopen the public hearing. And
I know that pictures can be taken anytime. Would it be possible that maybe some people are providing some other people from the other stores providing these indigent people with alcohol? Or do they have a proof that they bought it there? That's
No, the question would just be, if people are in front of the store, do you guys have a plan to address open containers being consumed on the premises?
I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do. Yes, we will make sure that there's always somebody, going outside to check and all of that, because these people are not buying the alcohol there. They should be staying where they're buying it. But yes, we will take care of that. Definitely. And I think we can take some pictures of a clean area sometime.
And the intention is still 6 a.m. to
Yes.
2 a.m. to be open?
I'm sorry?
The intention is still 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. to be open?
That is the request.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I have a question. You had mentioned earlier that
Yes.
the applicant has no way of controlling the homeless people on the property and so forth. Has the applicant completed the documentation to adhere to Penal Code 602 regarding trespassing that allows the police department to come on the property, arrest the individuals, and remove them from the property?
You know what? I don't even think he's aware of that's available. Has he had?
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, yeah, they did that.
When was that done?
I think that's done about 3 months ago. So I got a letter from code enforcement.
Considering this is a public hearing, do you want to come up to the
Come
microphone?
up to the microphone, please.
Yeah, we're going to need your testimony. Please just state the name for the record, and you are the applicant, is that correct?
No, I'm the property owner.
Oh, you're the property owner.
Yes.
Okay, just put your name for the record.
My name is Santok Bahati.
Okay.
So I did fill it up application, then I mailed to the police department.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about around 3 months.
Okay, so when the owner of the store notices homeless people on the property or anyone loitering, do they immediately call the police and have them come and remove
they
the
do.
people?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Because of public hearing, does anybody else have questions for the applicant right now? No? Okay, with that, I'm just going to take over for one second, just in terms of procedure. Is there anybody else who would like to speak just on those two items that we heard the applicant speak on? The public does have a right to speak on those things as well. Okay.
Again, Richard Duffel, City of Desert Hot Springs. It's obvious by the testimony from the applicant that they don't know what they can and can't do in as far as controlling their own business and keeping it nice for our community. Unfortunately, that's been a problem we've had in this city for years and years and years that all of us have tried to combat. With that being said, they also said that they're willing to spend money and have spent money on their property. The owner of Super Liquor right across the street in the last 12 months, who currently operates an active Type 21 license, was an applicant for city funding to help make his store a nicer store, which he leases, he does not own. And he, this year alone, has dropped $65,000 in renovating a building he does not own to make his Type 21 business more presentable for our city. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? We'll close the public hearing again and go back to Planning Commission discussion. Last chance. Anyone want to discuss anything? No? Okay. Then does someone want to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve the conditional use permit 25-9 for a public convenience of necessity of a type 21 ABC license of off-sale general license that allows the business to sell alcohol beverages, including beer, wine, and distilled spirits.
Somebody want to second that? And then we'll take a vote.
I will second that motion.
All right, maybe we have a vote.
Motion passes with Commissioner Rowe against, in opposition.
All right, very good. Congratulations. All right, let's move on to our third action. This is conditional use permit number 24-11, tract map number 24-2, and environmental number 25-4, an application for the development of mixed commercial uses and a cannabis facility. May we have a staff report, please?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The third project before you tonight, Oak Fruitland, includes 3 applications: a conditional use permit, tract map, a conditional use permit, a tract map, and an EIR addendum. Oak Fruitland is a cannabis facility housing cultivation, manufacturing, and distribution activities, along with mixed commercial use components such as retail spaces and a drive-through restaurant. The proposed project is a master planned commercial and industrial development and approximately 14.41 acres located at the southwest corner of Dillon Road and Little Morongo Road in the city of Desert Hot Springs within the Commercial Business Park and Light Industrial zoning districts and within the Cannabis Overlay Zone. The existing lot is currently vacant and vegetated. In accordance with the Commercial Business Park zoning requirements, cannabis cultivation facilities must not operate as standalone uses and therefore required to integrate additional retail and commercial components. The proposed development satisfies this standard by incorporating cultivation facility alongside office, retail, and commercial uses along the frontage of Dillon Road. The retail uses are all permitted by right. The development will consist of a 1-story, 210,662 square feet cannabis facility with a 2-story, 22,930 square feet office component, along with a 1-story, 8,218 square foot multi-tenant retail building, comprised of 4 retail spaces and a 1-story, 3,311 square foot drive-through situated at the frontage of Dillon Road. So the cultivation facility and associated office structures utilize concrete tilt-up panels, cement plast finishes, and dark bronze aluminum storefront systems with spandrel and insulated glazing to provide a modern industrial appearance. The retail and fast food buildings are designed with articulate facades that incorporate awnings, canopies, and parapet variations to break up building scale and create a pedestrian-oriented frontage. And a complementary color palette, including neutral tones. Together, these elements establish a cohesive design aesthetic that balances the functional requirements of cultivation and commercial operations while contributing to the city's architectural character. For landscaping, Oak Fruit Land will include landscaping at building entrances alongside building frontages and parking areas as shown in the landscape plan. Plant species consist primarily of drought-tolerant and desert-appropriate varieties such as a desert museum palo verde, desert willow, Chinese pistache, Chilean mesquite, and Chitalpa pink dawn, along with a diverse palette of shrubs and grasses including Baja fairy dusters and Mexican grass tree. The project provides a total of 358 parking spaces, exceeding the city's minimum requirement of 348 spaces for the proposed cultivation and retail facilities. Parking is distributed throughout the site to ensure convenient access to all building entrances and to accommodate both employees and visitors. To accommodate the varied uses, 9 truck parking spaces are also proposed. The proposed supply not only meets code requirement, but also provides a modest surplus to ensure adequate capacity during peak operating hours. An addendum to the certified 2020 Desert Hot Springs General Plan Environmental Impact Report has been prepared for the proposed project. The addendum determined that the project would not result in new or more severe environmental impacts than those previously analyzed in the 2020 EIR. All applicable mitigation measures from the 2020 EIR remain in effect, and no subsequent or supplemental EIR is required pursuant to CEQA guidelines, sections 15162 and 15164. So staff recommends the Planning Commission to adopt EIR Addendum number 25-4, approve Conditional Use Permit number 2411, and approve Tract Map number 24-2. Since the posting of the agenda, the city has not received any comment letters. That concludes my presentation. The applicant is an assistant. Staff members are available to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, does the Planning Commission have any questions for staff? No? No. Okay. Open the public hearing. Does the applicant want to say anything? Please give us your name and...
My name is Saeed Chantier. I'm with LA Design Group. Forgive my voice, please. I'm just getting over cold right now. We are the designers and architects and master plan developers for this project. Our office is at 21671 Gateway Center Drive in Diamond Bar, California. Good evening, Mr. Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, and dear commissioners. It is a pleasure to present the Oak Fruit Land Master Plan Development to you this evening. We began coordinating this project with the planning team over 2 years ago and are excited to present the final results. As the planning staff has indicated, the Oak Fruit Land Master Plan Development is a 14.41 acre industrial development containing 233,590 plus minus square foot building that includes cultivation, manufacturing, distribution, and office components. We have also developed a retail center, which includes a shop building and a fast food restaurant pad. Unique and high quality architecture is essential to the success of this project. The master plan's design creates a tasteful and creative environment that enhances both the industrial park and the retail shopping experience. To promote visual diversity, we are using a variety of materials and colors, a range of muted earth tones in coordination throughout the project, with contrasting color accents proposed to emphasize architectural detailing at the building entries. With the planning staff's guidance, we incorporated design elements from the city's landmark library building into the overall design vocabulary, including the forms and materials used throughout the development. We are grateful for all the hard work and guidance we have received from Mr. Travis Clark and his team throughout the design and development process of this project. And we look forward to making this a successful development for our client and the city of Desert Hot Springs. Our team of consultants, Ms. Michelle Witherspoon of MSA Consulting, the CEQA and environmental consultant, and Mr. David Turner, the civil engineer, CVE Engineering, the project civil engineer, are present and will be happy to respond to any questions you may have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Do we have any public testimony in favor, against, or neutral for this? That's yes. Okay. Then let's close the public hearing since we don't have any more testimony from anyone, I guess. All right, Planning Commission discussion. Actually, I'd like to go back, I'm sorry, to reopening the public hearing, testimony from the applicant. A couple questions. I have a couple of questions for the applicant, I'm sorry. I read in your paperwork that you plan to construct the retail space first.
The idea is that the retail component is easier and less costly. The planning for the cultivation building of 200-some-odd-thousand square foot requires a lot more funding, a lot more planning. Since we've got the different components in there, we need to spend more time planning this to make it correct and for the distribution as well. That's why we don't want to jump in and say, hey, we're going to do this one first, because it's the majority of the 14 acres, and it is a lot more involved.
In today's economic situation,
right,
how difficult is it to bring all of this to fruition as far as financing? I mean, is it possible that you only build the retail and not the cannabis part?
The cannabis part is an integral part of this project. Initially, when we started this, the whole idea was that the ownership, they've got another facility up in Northern California, in Oakland. The idea was that we would build this, they would bring the facility down to Southern California in this building. This is going to take time. And they still have some commitments up there with their operations. So when you say it may not be built, but the retail by itself is not going to stand out there. We're going to have to do void studies. We need to know, what we need to bring in here, what kind of retailers, what kind of restaurants, because, planning has been telling us that we want a restaurant here. We did the fast food, we want to bring another drive-through restaurant in here. So, these are challenges we're dealing with. But going back to your question, the majority of focus for us has been the cultivation and lab in there. So For us, it was easier to just come in and say, hey, we're going to do the upfront on Dillon Road, and then we'll focus on the backside of it next. You're right, it takes a lot of money in this environment, and we don't want to commit to the owner. Unfortunately, they're not here because they've been sick, worse than I have, and they cannot speak to that. But my take is that they will need to somehow bring this together. And like I said, the entire focus has been on the cultivation and the lab in there.
So I guess I heard you say if for some reason you don't end up building the cannabis portion, you won't build the retail either.
Well, what I'm saying is that has been the main component of this project, and we're not taking that back. It is, but when we're saying that the retail can go first, is that the backside takes a lot more in terms of planning, in the interior of the building with the lab, everything else, and cultivation, and bringing the funding together for that as well. So we do not, as representing them right now, but we do not want to commit to that right now and say we're going to do that first, because that's the most difficult part. So, this whole thing, since the idea was to bring their operation to Southern California, is not going to stop. Because, they have an intent and they want to do this. It's better for them because they own the building. They have their own operation. They have their own distribution in the same area. So, it's better for them to do this. I hope I've answered your question.
You did. Anyone else have a question?
No, thank you.
Okay. And we'll close, thank you very much. We'll close the public hearing again. And again, any planning commission discussion? No. No? All right, does someone want to make a motion?
I motion to approve the conditional use permit number 24-11, tract map number 24-2, and environmental number 25-4, which is an application for the development of mixed commercial uses in a cannabis facility.
Second.
All right, may we take a vote?
Motion passes unanimously.
Very good. All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. This is our second chance for public comments. It looks like we won't have anyone making public comments. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone, also. Thank you. All right. Chair and Planning Commission member reports. Do any of us have anything that we want to report?
No.
No? Community Development Director report?
I have a few things to share with you.
All right.
Firstly, I wanted to let you know that the City Council has adopted a new building code and a new fire code. This happens every 3 years with the triennial update of the California Building Code. There are not many changes to the residential code in this cycle, which is the code we deal with mostly. In fact, there have been some relaxations at the state level through AB 130. Firstly, there will not be an update to the residential code in 3 years, making the next update in 2030. So essentially, they're going to skip the next cycle of the residential code. The building permits are now good for a year instead of 6 months. And model home or master plans for single-family and duplex residential structures will now be good for 10 years. So these are some of the changes that they've made, mainly in response from the building industry to the state about constant changes in the code. So there's good news for the building industry, especially home builders.
Right.
The other news I will share is the city is being recommended to receive an ASIC award by staff. ASIC, or Affordable Housing Sustainable Communities, is awarded by the Strategic Growth Council and provides outright grants to jurisdictions for infrastructure projects that improve sustainability and low-interest loans to fund affordable housing. The city partnered with Abode Communities. You'll probably recall they were the developer for Park Lane Homes. And we submitted this application jointly together as joint applicants. If awarded, the city would get funds to remake Pearson Boulevard downtown, develop a transit station with Sunline, create additional bike lanes, and run a micro-transit service to the developing industrial area of Indian Canyon. We will know tomorrow afternoon when the Strategic Growth Council meets to make their final selections. The amount is $11.2 million for infrastructure and $25 million for the housing component, with a total award being $36.3 million. Just also want to let you know, as a reminder, we will not be holding a meeting in January, given the holidays before. Staff would rather not be in here doing staff reports over Christmas. But we will have our regular meeting in February, and big things are coming in 2026, so we'll keep you busy for next year. And then finally, I'd like to close, as I always do, by wishing you and everyone a joyful holiday season and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Same to you. Thank you. All right, then I adjourn the meeting. Yeah, right.